Attraction is not magic, it is not manipulation, and it is definitely not about chasing. Attraction always begins internally. Long before another person notices you. Most people believe attraction is created by appearance, clever words, or perfectly timed actions. But these are only surface tools. The real foundation is self-control. When a person lacks control over their emotions, reactions, and impulses, it creates noise. That noise is felt by others even if nothing is said. Desperation, impatience, insecurity, and the hunger for validation leak through posture, tone, and behavior. People instinctively move away from that energy because it feels unstable. Self-control is not suppression. It is not pretending you feel nothing. It is the ability to observe what rises inside you without being commanded by it. When someone insults you and you do not react immediately, you demonstrate power. When you desire something but do not chase it blindly, you demonstrate restraint. This restraint signals inner strength. Human beings are drawn to strength because it feels safe and reliable. A person who controls themselves cannot be easily manipulated, shaken, or overwhelmed. Many people talk too much when they feel nervous. They explain themselves, justify their choices, or try to impress. This happens because the mind is out of control, jumping from one fear to another. A controlled mind does not rush to fill silence. It understands that silence is not empty, it is stable. When you are comfortable in silence, others feel it. Your presence becomes solid. You do not need to compete for attention because you already own yourself. Self-control also shapes how you respond to desire. When you want someone badly, the instinct is to move closer, to prove worth, to seek reassurance. But desire without control turns into need, and need weakens attraction. The person who can feel desire without being ruled by it maintains balance. They can step forward when appropriate and step back without fear. This balance creates mystery and respect. Every controlled action communicates confidence. How you sit, how you breathe, how you make eye contact. How you wait before responding. These small details form a message more powerful than words. I am not controlled by circumstances or people. That message is deeply attractive because it reflects mastery. And mastery, even when quiet, is impossible to ignore. Calm energy is rare because most people live in a constant state of inner noise. Their thoughts race, their emotions swing, and their attention is scattered. Even when they appear relaxed on the outside, there is tension underneath. Others can feel this tension instantly. Calm energy, on the other hand, has weight. It does not rush, it does not seek permission, and it does not try to dominate a room. It simply arrives and settles. Like deep water that remains still even when the surface is disturbed. When you are calm, your body language changes naturally. Your movements become slower and more deliberate. Your breathing deepens. Your voice lowers without force. None of this is acted or rehearsed. It is the result of an ordered inner state. People are unconsciously drawn to this because their nervous system responds to yours. Calmness communicates safety. In a world filled with pressure and unpredictability, safety becomes attractive without needing explanation. Many believe excitement attracts people, but excitement fades quickly. Calm endures. Excitement demands attention while calm invites it. When you are calm, others feel they can slow down around you. They do not feel judged, rushed, or evaluated. This creates emotional comfort, and comfort builds connection. A person who can remain calm in stressful moments becomes someone others trust and want to be near. Calm energy also creates contrast. When everyone is reacting, speaking loudly, and trying to be noticed, the calm person stands out without effort. Stillness becomes a form of dominance, not aggressive dominance, but grounded authority. You are not competing for space, you are occupying it fully. This contrast naturally pulls attention toward you. The same way silence becomes noticeable in a noisy room. Another powerful aspect of calm energy is emotional regulation. When someone becomes emotional in front of you and you do not mirror their chaos, you become an anchor. Your steadiness allows them to settle. This dynamic shifts power without confrontation. People are drawn to those who can hold their own emotional center while others are losing theirs. Calm does not mean passive or weak. It means your actions are intentional, not reactive. You choose when to speak, when to move, and when to wait. This choice creates an invisible gravity. People may not be able to explain why they feel drawn to you, but they feel it. Calm energy speaks directly to the subconscious, and the subconscious always listens first. Presence is not something you pretend to have. It is something that is felt when your attention is undivided. Most people are physically present, but mentally elsewhere. They listen while planning what to say next. They look at you while their mind scrolls through worries, memories, or distractions. This split attention weakens connection. When someone senses that you are not fully there, they feel it immediately, even if they cannot explain why. True presence, however, creates a different atmosphere. It makes the moment feel solid and real. When you are fully present, your listening changes. You are not waiting to respond, you are receiving. Your eyes are steady, not searching. Your body faces the person instead of turning away. This level of attention is rare, and because it is rare, it feels valuable. People feel respected and recognized in your presence, not because of flattering words, but because your focus tells them they matter in that moment. Presence removes the need for excessive speech. You do not talk to fill space or to impress. Silence becomes natural rather than uncomfortable. In that silence, connection deepens. Many people fear silence because it forces them to face themselves. When you are comfortable with it, you signal inner stability. Others relax because they do not feel pressure to perform. This relaxation opens emotional doors that words alone cannot unlock. Another aspect of presence is emotional awareness. You notice shifts in tone, posture, and energy. You sense when someone is uncomfortable, excited, or holding something back. This awareness allows you to respond appropriately, not mechanically. Your responses feel aligned and precise, which creates trust. People feel understood without having to explain everything. Presence also sharpens your actions. When you speak, your words carry weight because they are not rushed. When you move, your movements feel intentional. Nothing is wasted. This efficiency of being is attractive because it shows discipline of attention. A person who controls their attention controls their reality. And others sense this authority instinctively. Most attraction techniques focus on what to say or how to act. Presence bypasses all of that. It works beneath language, beneath logic. When you are truly present, the other person feels seen, heard, and grounded. That feeling stays with them long after the interaction ends, even if they cannot remember a single word that was spoken. Detachment is often misunderstood as coldness or lack of care, but in reality it is freedom from inner dependence. When you are attached to an outcome, a person, or a response, your behavior subtly changes. You begin to calculate your words, adjust your personality, and monitor reactions. This creates tension inside you, and that tension is felt by others. The more you want someone to choose you, the more you give away control. Detachment restores that control by shifting your focus back to yourself. When you are detached, your self-worth is not negotiated in someone else's approval. You do not rise when praised or collapse when ignored. This emotional independence creates stability. People are naturally drawn to those who stand firmly on their own ground because it signals strength. A person who can walk away without resentment or fear communicates that their life is full, not empty. This fullness is attractive because it suggests abundance rather than lack. Desire without detachment turns into grasping. Grasping creates pressure. And pressure suffocates attraction. When someone feels that they must respond, commit, or reassure you, they begin to retreat. Detachment removes this pressure. You can enjoy someone's presence without trying to possess it. This creates space, and within that space, curiosity and desire grow naturally. People want what feels free, not what feels demanded. Detachment also sharpens clarity. When you are not emotionally tangled, you see situations as they are, not as you wish them to be. You notice inconsistency, disrespect, or misalignment early. Instead of ignoring red flags out of fear of loss, you respond with boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they are standards. When you enforce them calmly, you communicate self-respect. Self-respect commands respect from others, often more than any attempt to please ever could. Another powerful aspect of detachment is emotional composure. When someone pulls away, becomes distant, or tests limits, the attached person reacts with anxiety, overthinking, or pursuit. The detached person observes, pauses, and chooses their response. This pause is powerful. It prevents emotional spirals and impulsive decisions. Practices. Others sense this restraint and interpret it as confidence. You are no longer predictable in a needy way. You are grounded and self-directed. Detachment allows you to give without expectation. You can be kind, attentive, and present without secretly waiting for something in return. This purity of action feels safe. People trust it because it does not come with hidden demands. When care is offered freely, it carries weight. When care is offered as a transaction, it loses its value. There is also strength in knowing that loss will not destroy you. When you accept that people can leave and life will continue, fear loosens its grip. This does not make you careless, it makes you brave. You can speak honestly, act authentically, and stand by your values because you are not negotiating your identity for acceptance. Authenticity born from detachment is magnetic because it is rare and uncompromised. Detachment does not mean you stop wanting connection. It means connection no longer defines your worth. You can step closer without losing yourself and step back without resentment. This flexibility keeps relationships healthy and balanced. When one person is emotionally free, it often invites the other to rise to the same level. Even if they do not, you remain steady. In social and personal interactions, detachment shifts power silently. You are not trying to win, convince, or secure. You are simply showing up as you are. This removes manipulation from the dynamic and replaces it with presence. People feel this immediately. They sense that you are choosing them, not clinging to them. Being chosen feels far better than being needed. And detachment is what makes that choice genuine. Discipline is the invisible structure behind presence and attraction. It is not loud and it does not announce itself. But it shapes everything people feel when they are around you. Without discipline, energy leaks in every direction. With discipline, energy is contained, refined, and directed. This containment is what people experience as aura. It is not mystical. It is the result of consistent inner order expressed through the body and behavior. Daily discipline trains your nervous system. When you wake up at a set time, regulate your breathing and move your body with intention, you teach yourself stability. Stability becomes your baseline. Instead of reacting emotionally to every situation, you respond from a grounded state. Others feel this groundedness immediately. They may not know why you feel different, but they sense reliability and strength in your presence. Discipline also governs speech. A disciplined person does not speak impulsively or excessively. Words are chosen carefully and silence is respected. This restraint gives language weight. When you do speak, people listen because they know your words are not wasted. This economy of expression creates authority without aggression. It shows that you are not trying to dominate attention, you are comfortable holding it. Physical discipline shapes posture and movement. How you stand, how you walk, how you sit. A body that is trained carries itself differently. Shoulders settle, the spine aligns, movements become efficient. This physical order reflects mental order. People subconsciously read these signals and associate them with confidence and competence. Your body becomes a message before you ever speak. Emotional discipline is equally important. It is the ability to feel deeply without being overwhelmed. You allow emotions to pass through you without letting them dictate your actions. This creates emotional resilience. When challenges arise, you remain composed. Others feel safe around this composure because it suggests you can handle pressure without collapsing or lashing out. Discipline also requires consistency. Anyone can appear calm or confident for a moment. Discipline sustains it. When your behavior is stable across situations, trust forms. People trust what is predictable, not in a boring way, but in a reliable one. This trust strengthens attraction because it reduces uncertainty. Through discipline, your inner world becomes organized. Thoughts are clearer, reactions slower, intentions stronger. This inner order radiates outward as a quiet authority. People may describe it as presence, charisma, or strength, but it all traces back to discipline. When your life is governed by deliberate habits instead of impulses, your aura becomes unmistakable, steady, and difficult to ignore. Attraction is not something you chase, perform for, or demand. It is something that forms naturally when your inner world is aligned. When you master self-control, your reactions no longer betray you. When your energy is calm, others feel safe in your presence. When you are fully present, people feel seen without being impressed. When you are detached, desire is no longer driven by fear. And when discipline shapes your daily life, your presence becomes consistent and trustworthy. The 6 words are not a trick to influence others. They are a reminder of a state to return to calm, presence, and inner order. When these qualities are lived, not spoken, attraction becomes effortless. Practices. You stop asking how to be magnetic and start becoming someone worth gravitating toward. Stand rooted in yourself. Control what is yours to control. Practices. Let your presence speak before your words do. In doing so, you will realize that the strongest attraction does not come from trying to pull others in, but from becoming so grounded that they choose to step closer on their own.